Yes, students, how are you all? I hope you are good and doing well. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about your TET syllabus, TS TET 2022 syllabus. Like which subject we are going to discuss about your paper 1 and 2. Same subject is there for that is a common subject is there, that is your child development and pedagogy. And this subject plays an important role in both your paper 1 and in the paper 2. Like it is consist of your 30 marks. 30 marks is not a joke, right? So this 30 marks, from which topics he is going to ask the question. So in this we are going to discuss, like it will be consist of the three subtopics are there. First is the development of child is there, second is the learning is there, and third is pedagogical concerns. Now first we'll see what is the development of the child, like how the child is developing in the different stages, like what is development we need to learn, and what is the growth, and what is the maturation, what is its concept, and what is its nature we have to learn. And again we need to learn the principles of development and their educational implications, like what are the factors influencing the development. Like development is a very broad term, you all know this. Like it is affected by your biological factors, by its height, by your heredity, and your psychological and the sociological factors, like about your environment, about your society. Like what are the dimensions of the development? Like development is not a short term, we can say. Like it consists of your physical development, it consists of a motor development, it consists of a cognitive development, social development, and this all things we need to learn. From this topic he is going to ask the questions. How we'll ask the questions? Like in a particular stage, like in an infancy stage and in the early childhood stage, how the development is proceeding. In the infancy stage, what is the growth in the infancy stage, and in how the development is proceeding in your infancy stage, in your early childhood stage, in the later childhood stage, and in the late in the what we can say adolescent stage. We have to understand the development. Like the different psychologists have given the different theories, we can say. Like Piaget has given the cognitive theory, like the Kohlberg has given the moral development theory, like the Chomsky has given the what he has given language development theory, like Carl Rogers is there, he has given the experiential theory, like Erickson is there. And we have to understand what is an individual difference, what is the difference between the intra and the inter individual differences, like in the different concepts. We need to understand each and everything in very detail, because from this topic he is going, definitely he will ask the questions, like what do you mean by the personality, and how the development of personality is taking place in the human beings, we can say, especially in the children. As a teachers we should know what are the factors affecting the development of a personality, right? Child rearing practices, self concept, we can say, adjustment, behavioral problems, defense mechanisms, mental health. What are the methods and the approaches of the child development? Introspection is there, observation method is there, interview is there, case study method or the experimental method is there, rating scales, and what do you mean by anecdotal records, questionnaire. Like this all we need to learn. Like the different methods are there, like different methods are there, and in this we need to learn about what do you mean by the introspection method, what is the observation method, how you are going to do the case study method, experimental method is what, and what do you mean by the rating scales, and how you are going to use the anecdotal records, right? Questionnaire is what, cross sectional method, and in your longitudinal method, what are the development task and hazards. Like in the development, what are the problems the child will face in the development stage, what do you mean by the development task, and what are the hazards, we can say, right? These are the things we need to discuss in the development of child. So from this topic, from there are the three main topics I said, like development of child is there, learning is there, and what I can say, pedagogical concerns. So these are the important topics, and you from this topic you need to learn each and every concept in very detail, because in this he is going to ask a different types of questions, we can say. Like 1 mark also play an important role in your TET paper. Like if you want to get your government job, definitely you have to get 120 plus marks. Now I have done a video on this development and growth. You can see this development and growth video and you can answer the questions how well you have understood. Let me know in the comments. And now we'll see what is the second topic in this case in your TET syllabus, like understanding learning. What is the concept of learning, what is the nature of learning, what is the input process and the output process, we can say how the learning is affected, what are the factors affecting learning, means how the child learns the things, like what are the factors affecting the learning process. We need to learn, we need to learn about the approaches to learning and their applicability, like behaviorism, who are the psychologists that is involving, which psychologists are related to the behaviorism, like Skinner theory is what, like Ivan Pavlov theory is there, like Thorndike trial and error theory is there, Piaget theory, Vygotsky theory and Kohler theory is there. Like in this Kohler theory, what which and on which animal he has done the experiment, like this all theory we need to learn. And we need to learn about the Bandura theory also, and what are the dimensions of the learning, we can say cognitive, affective and performance, like motivation and the sustenance. What is the role of the motivation in the learning, right? What do you mean by the memory and forgetting? What are the transfer of learning, like the positive factor will be there, positive learning will be there, like your negative learning will be there. This all we need to learn in the understanding of learning. And from this also so many questions have been asked in your previous year paper, so you should learn each and every theory in very detail, I can say, right? He will be asking the questions indirectly based upon the different theories, like what about what said, like Jean Piaget, according to the Jean Piaget, what is the important aspect of the learning or the important aspect of your development, we can say, what the Thorndike has said. These all things we need to learn under the understanding learning. So from this topic definitely questions will come, you should not take it light, you have to learn all things. So now see what is the pedagogical concerns. Now this is a broad term and from this topic we can expect 10 questions. 10 questions compulsory from this topic, you will be getting the 10 questions. Like in this we need to learn about the teaching and its relationship with the learning and learner. Like how the what is the relationship between the teaching and the learning concept, and what is the relationship between the teacher and learner in concept, like socio-political construct and the context. Like we have to learn about the special needs, like about the inclusive education also we need to learn. Definitely he will ask the question from your inclusive education, like what do you mean by the dyscalculia, what do you mean by dysgraphia, and how you are going to overcome that difficulty of the CWS in children. CWS in children means what, like children with special needs. For them, for that we need to learn about the inclusive education notes that you have already learned in your B.Ed or in your D.Ed syllabus. One subject was there, right? Okay, understanding of the pedagogical methods, like what do you mean by the inquiry based learning, what is the project based learning, this all methods you need to learn. What do you mean by survey and the observation and the activity based learning? Cooperative learning is what do you mean by the collaborative learning? How you are going to practice these methods in your teaching learning process. You have to make your teaching learning process effective. For that, what are the things you need to apply? That all the things you need to learn in your pedagogical concerns. Like we can see so many topics are there, like individual and the group learning is there, study habits, self learning is there, paradigms of organizing learner is there. What do you mean by the teacher centric methods, what do you mean by the subject centric methods, and what do you mean by the learner centric methods, like the theory of the instruction, that is your Brunner theory. Teaching as planned activity, phases of teaching you have to learn. What do you mean by the pre-active, and what is the interactive, and what is the post interactive, we can say. What are the general and the subject related skills and required in the teaching, and the attributes of the good facilitator, like what are the what are the good things that is required in the facilitator, that is your teacher, we can say. Learning resources, how the home is playing an important role, like the first home of the first school of the child is the mother's mother, we can say. Mother plays an important role, we can say. Or what we can say in this case is how the home and how the school plays an important role in learning process, we can say, like classroom management, how, what is the role of the student, what is the role of the teacher, like how should be the teacher, we can say. We have to learn this all things, and this all things like children abuse, punishment, this you can learn. Distinction between the assessment for learning, right? What do you mean by the assessment for learning, and what is the difference between the assessment of learning? What do you mean by the school based assessment, right? Continuous and the comprehensive evaluation, like CCE, perspective and practice, like understanding, teaching and learning in the context of your NCF 2005. NCF 2005, what he has given the recommendations and what he has given the statements according to the learning. And you have to learn about the RTE Act, that is your Right to Education Act 2009, because from this topic he will be giving the like compulsory questions will be there from your NCF and your RTE Act. So what for you are waiting, guys? Right, let us start the preparation for your TS stat, and you have to get the good marks, especially from your CDP paper. Right, you are getting the good marks. I hope you will get good marks and start learning. And how you are going to learn this all the psychology topics, that too in your English, that to your English means you have to follow your B.Ed books and your D.Ed psychology books. Thank you. If you like my videos, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, as I am going to post all the videos according to your TET syllabus, according to your CTP, according to your English, right? If you are going to support me, I'm definitely going to upload the videos of your TET syllabus, right? So please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.